Oh,
Dum, dum,
the
dum.
broadcast is live.
Here we are. We are live. Donna and Cheryl in the house, keeping it real.
Happy nails done. Oh yeah, all that. Whatever.
Love it. We got our Wendy, the heartfulness coach, with us today. One of our clients, one of our elite soul sisters. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? In our elite mastermind. And we're just here, we want to keep it real. We're going to talk imposter syndrome, crazy bitch in the head shit going on, setting up new businesses, working in corporate and setting a new business up at the same time. We're just going to bring it all in a very, very real way. So buckle up, get your cup out or your water if you're on a water mission, and sit down with her for the next 10, 15 minutes, take a load off, and get some real life inspiration from our Wendy.
We don't get more real than Wendy. We don't get any more real than Wendy. Like you, eyes, keeping it real. Right, I'm not going to swear for the whole thing. I'm not going to swear. But I love to sit down with wah. That cracks me up. Sorry.
Tell the ladies and the guys watching, because like I know like our community and our audience and our clients are 50-50. We have people who are still in corporate, loving the corporate, have no intentions of leaving and just want to do a great job in there. And we have clients who like are entrepreneurs, and we kind of have the clients in the middle who want a bit of both.
Yeah, and I actually feel so blessed to have that bit of both. And I've sort of been brave and been trying to wiggle my bit of both so that it suits me. But I work in as marketing and also as a homeopath for a huge natural health clinic. And I'm really, really passionate about what we do there. But I've been doing it for a long time, and it was starting to become a little bit, I don't know the word drudgy, but I wasn't helping patients enough. I was slaving over spreadsheets too much and doing too much of that. So I now have a sort of part corporate, part kind of employed, part self-employed life, where I do my own thing. So the first 3 days of the week I work for the clinic, and the last 2 days of the week, and indeed all of the weekend, I do my heartfulness stuff. So yeah, I feel very, very lucky to do that. But I had to be brave to ask the question. And I gave my boss a sort of solution as to say, like, actually, I want to drop a day, and I want to drop it because I want to be more engaged with patients and more heartful. And actually, it's fine because I gave him a solution to do that. So, yeah, so I'm really passionate. Sorry, go on.
You have a mission, though, don't you? Like you have, like your drive, like you have this group of women that you feel really, really like heart-led that you want to support. So just share with us a little bit, because some of the guys might not know what you do if they're quite new to our community. And if you're here, say hello in the comments, guys. Let us know you're watching. So just tell the guys what the Heartfulness Coach is about.
Yeah, so basically, it all, as every good passion-led business, it all came out of my own experience and my life experience. So I would say sort of, I don't know, about 5 years ago, if you've been talking to me, I would have barely had any doubts about my life. I wouldn't have had a clue what imposter syndrome was, even if you'd slapped me around the face with it, because my life was good, really good. I love my job. I've got loads of friends. I've got my own house, 2 great kids who I'm a single mum, but hey, and yeah, really, really good life. Happy with the simple things, which is what I think, it keeps most people. Well, I think that's really, really important to be happy with your lot. And then about 5 years ago, my daughter was diagnosed with the pure O form of OCD and anxiety. And it was really, really hard. It rocked us completely and utterly. And I absolutely did not handle it very well at all. And it was emotionally very exhausting. And there was more tears than, I've ever shed in a lifetime. And we were constantly in conflict. And I felt like a really shit mum, let alone a therapist. And I think it's double hard when you're a therapist of some sort. Like, whenever my kids used to get sick when they were little, I think, oh God, I'm a rubbish homeopath. Why are my kids sick? Throw some remedies in them. I can't have sick kids. And that was just really stupid because, everybody's kids get sick. So I didn't handle it at all well. And there were lots and lots of tears and shouting. And it was very difficult to divorce the teenage stuff, the normal teenage stuff from the mental health stuff. Frankly, I didn't like any of it. It was horrid, really horrid. But the good the good thing about it was it sort of set me off on a self-help journey, because I had to get some support from someone. I had great friends and great family, but you're not living it, and you know that it's all wrong. And so I started on a self-help journey, and one of the huge light bulbs for me, which is something that then you and Cheryl say lots, is actually don't ask why is this happening to me? Poor me, why are my nights being disrupted? Why are we shouting all the time? Why is it so horrid? Actually ask, why is it happening for me? What's it there to show me? And so it's like shining a great big light into a horrible dark place. And I think the answer to that, which my daughter conveniently screamed at me in the middle of the night anyway, was just be kind, mummy. And I thought, well, okay, that's the answer. Actually,
that's me goosebumps.
Yeah, really. And it was to be much more kind, and to stop trying to control and fix her. She said to me, I'm not your project to fix. It was like, as a therapist, you think, oh, well, let's try meditation. Let's try some mindfulness. You must journal this, whatever. And she felt like she was being fixed and not listened to.
And it's what we do, isn't it? Like as women, Cheryl used to I call myself the fixer of anything. If you had a problem, I felt like it was my job to fix it. When it's your kids, that's like a whole other level.
Totally. So all of that kind of pulled me up short, and I think out of that I kind of put all that together, and I thought, actually, it's about being more heartful. It's about actually listening to what's going on in my heart and moving away from my head, my busy head. And it's about balancing the masculine get shit done, I'm a single mum, I can sort everything out, and I still can, and I am very good at all that, but it's about much more living in my nurturing female feminine energy and listening to her and supporting her. So out of that, heartfulness was born, and I feel really passionate about helping other stressed out mums of, I call them TTs because it's a big long gobful, otherwise troubled tweens or teens. So I think it starts at the tween place. I think it actually starts for me in about school year 4, when they start falling out with people, there's a huge hormone surge, there's all kinds of shit starts going on at school, whatever, and then you get the mobile phones, that then comes into the mix, and then it goes on through. So TTs, I really want to help other mums to not go through the shit that I went through, basically, or to try and shortcut some of that. So instead of, what it's all about is, I think that there's a lot of help for for kids out there. I mean, not enough, nowhere near enough, but very little for mums. And I think actually to mums, I just want to say, stop trying to control and fix your child and work on what you can change, which is you. So that's kind of what it's all about, really. But of course, making a big change like that and putting myself out there on the line to say, this is what I want to do. My God, I'm not a perfect mother. I'm not now. I never will be. And I'm not trying to pretend to be. But you're the imposter, the inner critic. Mine's called Bella the bitch, but Bella the tricks out of Harry Potter, which I think I share with the lovely Nicola in our group. And I just said to her this morning, if we share our imposter, does that mean we she can piss off to yours when I've had enough of her? But she comes up like, I've learned through you guys and all the great work that we do that to thank her when she comes up, and to, basically she's there to show me things, but she comes up to say, you're a crap mum, or, why would anybody want to listen to you? You shouted at your daughter last night, or you didn't listen to her, or she's going through another bad patch at the moment. And, doing lives, which are not quite my favorite thing. Why would anybody want to listen to you droning on? So she sits there, doing all that. And I've learned to actually say, no, thank you very much. You're just trying to keep me safe, but you can piss off now. I think Yvette and I share the thing. If you can piss off to your silent retreat now, where you can.
I love that. I love that they get to go to your retreat.
Yeah.
And I think, obviously you're amazing. Like the fact that you
because being a mum, we're all mums, and being a single parent as well, and having the role of the mum and the dad, like we're like twins from another mother or other. But it's like, have the bravery of being able to hold your hands up and say, I felt like a crap mum. Like, it's like the hardest thing as a mum to admit is one of the hardest things to do. And the fact that you're then going out there to the world, to mums, and going and giving them this space, this place to go, to be able to just go, you know what? I sometimes feel like a crap mum. I could do with some help, because it's just hard to find, like, where else are you going to get that space to be able to go, you know what? Thank you for giving us this space to put my hand up. Like, it's so brave what you're doing.
Yeah, no, thank you. And I think unless you can be out there and saying, my God, I don't always get it right. I get it wrong lots. And actually I have to stop using the past tense. I use the current tense on that, but I'm learning all the time. And there's so much that people can do to help themselves, sort of heartful breathing being just a really basic one, about just taking themselves out of all this and into what their heart says. And their heart will always lead them home. It will always be about being kind and and understanding. But yeah, it and you have to do the work all the time, like you guys always say about obviously about mindset, but about the the inner bitch is always there telling you, yeah, you're rubbish. Also, sometimes my daughter shouts that at me, so then I know I'm being a crap mum. But things are so much better since I started, being more heartful. Yeah, definitely.
I love that. And one thing I would love to know, and this is why one of the reasons, one of the many reasons we love chatting to you, what we wanted to chat to you today was, like, your imposter. I mean, that bitch was loud. She kept you from sharing your truth and your story and taking your services out into the world for quite a long time. Like, for a long time, it was an idea, wasn't it? Something you were practicing, but you weren't out there in the world saying, actually, I'd like to help. It's a bit like, you always remind me of Brené Brown. And people say to her, like, you're the expert. And she's like, I'm not. Like, ever look to have me as that? Like, I'm human, I'm experiencing this too. The difference is just that I'm talking about it. And like, you're like that, aren't you? Like, you have this, you downplay it all the time, the huge amount of experience you have in homeopathy and healing of people in a way that doesn't involve, drugs and numbing something, and like really healing it from the inside out. Like, you're such an expert at that. And then you've got all this life experience of what you've gone through as a single mom with your kids, which, like Cheryl said, this is what makes you, like, so special, in the space that you create so special. But I'd love to know, like, what was the thing that got you from going, I don't feel good enough and I would feel like a fraud by sharing this because I'm not perfect every day, into going, actually, I'm out there, and wherever I am is good enough to at least help one person who was where I was 4 or 5 years ago, like, not knowing where the fuck to go and who to speak to and who to turn to, feeling like I'm fucking failing on all fronts. Like, what gave you how did you get over that hump of her, Bella, having her way, into Wendy going, no, actually, screw you, bitch?
In absolute short, you two.
Oh, no. You do all the work, lady.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's hard, but it totally. And I think it was hearing that actually you only need to be a few steps further on than the people that you are trying to help. And when I first had heartfulness, I love it. It's pink. Why wouldn't I love it? I absolutely love the whole concept. And I am completely an ideas person, and I collect domain names. Other people collect shoes, and I've got a million business ideas, and I want to do all of it. And it was you guys saying, no, and I'm sorry to use the words, but we've got to niche the bitch. We've got to get right down. Who are you going to help? Because I wanted to just help everyone, because that's what I've always, So it was you guys saying, no, you just need to be, a few steps on from the people you're trying to help, and be brave enough to stand up there and say both the good things and the bad. Because actually, I think I find it quite easy to say well, I've been a shit mum. I mean, one of my little mum magnets people can get is my crap mum moments, although I might have to change that because Facebook might get a bit funny about it. But yeah, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. I think probably the harder thing is saying, yeah, I'm an expert in this. I don't sit very easily with that because I don't feel like it, because I don't have perfect children, but then nobody has perfect children. Anyway, round the circles. So, but I think the learning also that your imposter is there to help you, not just to be told to fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay. It's okay. You know, I guess it's part of your energetic space, isn't it?
Yeah. I love that. We've got a great comment here from Karen. I'm just conscious going to cut off your head, Wendy, while we read it out.
Oh, sure, for sure.
So I found that a lot of so-called support groups for parents often make parents feel like the challenging behaviours are down to their parenting skills. Loving the heartfulness coaching that I've seen so far. So much resonates. Thank you, Wendy, mum of 8.
8 children? Mum of 8 children? Oh, my God, respect to you, darling. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, thank you, Ken. That's really sweet, but bloody hell, I possibly wouldn't be alive if... Wow.
What we've shared, for those of you watching now and on playback, I've just shared a link there as well for something that you're going to be running, Wendy, just for if they want to get more information or feeling like a crap mom and they want to come.
Yeah, I'm just going to do like a little. I'm doing like a little reset week, just a mini Zoom, mini course on Zoom.
Yeah.
To help people to try and learn much more about heartful connection. And all the mums I talked to all just said they needed a place of refuge from, you know, the relentlessness that is parenting, but particularly parenting a super anxious tween or teen. Yeah. And they've got that space. It's inside them. You know, sometimes you might have to sneak out to the car or to the locked toilets to go and do your heartful breathing or whatever. But so it's about things like that. And it's about the law of attraction, and it's about what's on your heart, you know, what you do want rather than what you don't want. I mean, a lot of the things that we do in coaching, it's about gratitude, and it's about like a negativity detox. So stopping, you know, complaining and whinging and criticizing and gossiping, you know, trying to do so. It's all kind of things like that, but everybody supporting each other, because that's the most important thing. You know, we are all in this together, and I don't know a perfect mum. You know, we're not. No, but it's fine. It's fine. We're all there to support each other. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. To run my little course. It's a little free thing where hopefully everybody will rock up and start to just feel a lot better about themselves.
Well, when isn't it, of knowing that you're together, knowing that you're not judged because you're around people that are like you. But getting really practical strategies on how to feel differently and better in your circumstances and know how to cope better so that you're not beating up on yourself as much. Like, that's what I really take from our conversations, Wendy. Sorry, Cheryl.
I just love when you said, like, everyone has that space. It's within you. I love that. I love that. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I really do try and keep things pretty because I'm quite shallow, but also incredibly simple because my brain can't, you know, I couldn't do what you're doing, Donna, and do, you know, all the re-education and everything. I think it's fantastic, but I need things in little bite-size, very easy, especially if you've got 8 kids.
Exactly. She's got 8 kids.
Bloody hell.
Whether you've got 1 kid or 8 kids, when you're in the grip, feeling like shit, feeling like you're failing, feeling like you're letting your kids down, you're letting yourself down, worrying that people are thinking that you're a crap parent, you haven't got room in your head to go and read a book and watch it. Like, you just want someone to go, here, do this 2 times a day, 3 times a day, come and vent. You just need
come and vent in this group and find out that
yeah, it's like you can't cope with any more information. It's just like, just tell me what works. And that's what you give people, like what works, not from textbook, from your personal experience of going through this as a single parent. Like,
and somebody who's quite happy to lay on the line, you know, here's my child, I absolutely adore her, but sometimes I don't like her, you know, and here's my other child who's really freaking like exactly like me, but in male form. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? And he's really easy because, you know, we've just got that connection. I adore them both the same, but you just, you know, it's okay to say that. That's okay. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't make you doesn't make you a bad mum. Or, you know, I've pulled a mobile phone away from her and threatened to flush it down the toilet in the middle of the night without stopping to actually realise that what that mobile phone is actually her connection to her friends, and it's helping her when her head is full of shit. And I just saw it as a, you know, devil thing that was, you know, keeping her up half the night and therefore wrecking our life, you know. So it's all kind of stuff like that, you know. I am quite happy to come out there with those things if it just helps one mum to not go through all that shit, basically.
I love it. Well, link up with Wendy, you know, connect with her on Facebook as well. Like, she does lives now. I mean, lives
now. When you said I hate doing,
when you say that, she's done a few. Yeah, she won't be doing loads of them.
Yeah, but just so you know, like, you're live now.
Yeah, no, I know that. It's just chatting though. This is a bit different. This is just chatting. Yeah.
You want to learn how, like, Wendy has to get over your Bella. I'm trying to find the link.
I'll get it. You talk. I'll get the link.
Trying to get over your Bella, whether it's to set up your business, whether it's to get the promotion, whether it's just to feel like a happier, calmer, better version of you around the house for your family. Self-doubt to all out starts on Monday, and today the Facebook group is open. Hundreds of people in there right now, leaving their introductions, sharing what they want to get from the challenge. I'm so excited. Cheryl and I are back to back. I'm so excited to get a gap later to go in and like watch all of the videos and read all the introductions, because it's going to be epic. There's 1,200 people now signed up. 1,200 people. It's mind blowing. So the coaching, the free coaching for a week starts on Monday. Just to give you some perspective, when we rock up to a company to speak for an hour, it's 2,000 to 4,000 an hour. We are coaching you for the week, an hour a day, and being in the group and doing some lives coming up for you. And it's you pay absolutely nothing. All we ask of you is you bring your time, you bring your energy, and you bring an openness and an open heart. Like, that's all we want for you. Okay, so even if you think it's not for you, or if you've signed up, please share this with your family or friends. It is for women only. Share it with your network. Stick it on Facebook. Tag us. We want to educate as many people, as many women as possible on what imposter syndrome is, how you identify the belief systems, how you eliminate them, so that you can feel like Wendy does now, being okay to talk about your flaws, okay to talk about your faults, but not talking down to yourself constantly. Because you're moving forward and you can see the evidence and the progress. And now, Wendy, have an impact on other people because you were able to get out of your own way. That's the beautiful thing, right? That's the beautiful
totally.
Hi, Nicola.
And that is just going to be one phenomenal course. And I've been with these guys, gosh, it's kind of over a year now since that.
Yeah, it was a year in May.
Year and a half.
Yeah, it has to come. But I will be there every night next week, because always you learn something new. You know, because at that time, that's what the universe sends you. That's what you need to learn. And it will just be amazing. And for anybody who's a bit scared, like, you don't have to say anything. There's 1,200 people. You'd be bloody lucky to get your voice heard in that sense anyway. But yeah, exactly. It will be phenomenal.
Somebody said to me, I'm worried that I'll take over and start over talking to everyone. I was like, have you seen how many people's in there? She was like, okay then. I was like, Natalie, you'll be good. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
On, and I just want everyone to connect with you. Definitely to go and join your Half and One Reset, because it's just gold. It's gold. It's priceless getting that kind of support and community around you, and your guidance, expert guidance.
That word's still making me cringe. Bella doesn't like that word.
We can't wait either, Judith. Right. Mwah. Have a good day, everybody. We're going to sit and keep a little bit longer. We'll see you all later.
Thank you.